2024 8th grade recognition night. Waynesboro Middle School coaches, faculty, and staff would like to thank our 8th grade parents for giving us the opportunity to work with your children. Tonight we'll begin by recognizing our 8th grade cheerleaders. Grace Turman is the daughter of Co and Brianna Turman. Isabella Richardson, the daughter of Kevin and Whitney Richardson. Sierra Moles-White, the daughter of Ingrid Jones and William Moles-White.
Well.
2024 cheerleading team is coached by April Castleman and Journey Hunt. The 2024 8th grade Wildcat football players include Drew Bogus, son of Jared and Ginger Bogus. Bryson Lee, son of Gina Carroll and Greg Lee. Landon Castillo, son of Drew and Hannah Castillo. Gavin Darnell, son of Keon and Kelly Darnell. Noah Franks, son of Josh and Alicia Franks. Casey Frank, son of Ryan and Brittany Frank. Carson Frazier, son of Danielle Frazier and Chad Frazier. Colton Hill, son of Shay and Melody Hill. B.C. Kelly, son of Dustin and Heather Kelly. Daniel King, son of Tracy King and Daniel and Holly King. Bentley Langford, son of Krista Langford and Wayne Gregg. Isaiah Martin, son of Aaron and Melanie Martin. Kason Mosley, son of Charlie and Cassie Mosley. Lane Moat, son of Jessica Anderson and Cody Anderson. Austin Overby, son of Jessica and John Jones and Dwayne Overby. Tyler Sell, son of Corey and Molly Sell. Hunter Skelton, son of Travis and Julie Skelton and Felicia Skelton. Easton Smith, son of Walter Whitney Smith.
I'm going. I'm like yesterday. All right, bye.
John Williams, son of Keith and Janine Williams. Osvaldo Tobar, son of Abraham and Maria Tobar.
The 2024 WMS Wildcats are coached by Ben Gallion,
Riley Harris, Miles Prince, Ryan Pope, Will Mosley, and Derek Willis.
Let's have a round of applause for our WMS 8th graders and their families.
I'm going down here. You going with me? No. Go. You going? Bye.
Marching band.
The father
Men
over the years played, these 8th graders are given their time, their opportunity to play for the Cats. Father, we just pray that you'd watch over their families. We thank you, Father, for their coaches that have coached them to play this game. We thank you for Waynesboro Middle School,
for the principal, for the teachers, for all of those involved. Father, we just thank you for this game, football, where these kids can compete. We pray for those from Perry County who will be traveling over tonight. Father, we thank you for what they do and all the investment that these parents and coaches have invested in their players. Father, we thank you for our nation. May we pray, Father, for it. May we just understand that everything we do, we need to give to you. So we give our nation to you. Father, most of all, we thank you for your Son who died for us. And watch over all that we do tonight. May we honor you in watching this game. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Hey, after this, y'all want to come over there with us when Micah is out of his son?
No, we got a good spot right here where I can see them.
Okay.
Yeah, I told you he was getting there.
I knew I was.
Did Greg leave?
No, he's over there with Micah and them. My stuff's over there too.
Look all the room here on the 50-yard line. Like 10 now, a couple of them.
going to attempt to get the Perry County players. The numbers are hard to read. Number 1, Jordan Warren. Number 10, Devion Morton. Darion Morton. 40, Easton Lawson. Going out for the Cats is number 7, T.C. Kelly. Number 18, Kason Mosley. Number 27, Dawson Odell. Number 67, Lane Moe.
Wildcat fans, welcome in to another exciting edition of Wildcat football here on WCHS Sports. Your Waynesboro Middle School Wildcats tonight playing host to the Perry County Vikings. You see both teams out tonight for the coin toss. All of the 8th graders for Wayne County going out to serve as captains as we had 8th grade festivities honoring all the 8th graders and their families prior to the contest tonight. Perry County has won the coin toss and has elected to defer, and so Waynesboro Middle School is going to begin the game with the opening possession on the field. We're going to do the best we can to try to bring you all the action tonight. I will tell you up front that Perry County is wearing white jerseys with gold numbers, and those are going to be very, very difficult for us to read. We're going to do the best we can to try to tell you who's involved on these plays for Perry County. But tonight we are excited to bring you all the action. Waynesboro Middle School on a 2-3 record, having dropped a heartbreaker last Thursday night. Well, not this past Thursday night, because obviously we didn't play last Thursday night due to the weather. But previous Thursday night, dropping a heartbreaker in Loretto. 2-3 so far on the season. So tonight, Tuesday evening, we got a makeup game where this game against Perry County, which was scheduled to be played this past Thursday night, going to be played tonight here at Waynesboro High School football field. Starting lineup for your Wayne County Wildcats: at quarterback, number 34, Drew Bogus. Running backs are going to be number 21, Austin Overby, number 18, Kason Mosley, number 8, Dakota Sawway. Your wide receivers are going to be number 4, Casey Franks, and we'll also see number 7, T.C. Kelly in the game. Tight end, number 16, Kyler Steffen. Up front for the Wildcats is going to be 65, Aaron McDonald, 67, Lane Moat, 75, Bryson Boney, 77, Isaiah Martin, and 78, Cameron Odell. With all the 8th grade festivities prior to the start of the game, we were not able to get starting lineups for the Perry County Vikings. And so, again, just bear with us. We're going to do the best we can to get the names of those players involved on the plays tonight. And try to get those to you as we are able to do so. Again, Perry County won the toss. They deferred their option to the second half. And so as we get ready to get started tonight, your Waynesboro Middle School Wildcats are going to start with the football. Kicking off for Perry County is number 21, Gavin Latham. Back deep for the Wildcats is number 11, Noah Franks, and number 21, Austin Overby, back deep to receive for the Wildcats. So officials giving the signal. We're ready to get started, ready for play, and here's the kickoff, and we are underway. It's football time here in Waynesboro. Austin Overby takes the kickoff at about the 32-yard line. He brings it up and is brought down right around the 41-yard line. That is where the Wildcats are going to take over. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at their own 41-yard line. Again, Wildcats coming off of a heartbreaker their last game against Loretto. But tonight we're going to be looking to try to bounce back and get back in the win column as Wildcats have 2 games this week. We've got this makeup game tonight here, and then Thursday night we'll be traveling to Columbia to play against the Zion Christian Academy Eagles. We'll be looking forward to bringing that action Thursday night at 6:30 here on WCHS Sports. But for tonight, we've got some Vikings to deal with. Wildcats come out in their traditional, not so traditional wishbone formation. Drew Bogus in the shotgun with the fullback to his right. This time the first handoff going to Kason Mosley over the right-hand side. Kason sweeping around the edge, and he's going to get hit and driven out of bounds after a short loss. And so the first play of the game is going to go in a negative direction for the Wildcats as Kason is going to be driven back about 2 yards. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 12 from the 39-yard line. Wildcats' success so far this season has very much been on the ground game with Austin Overby, Drew Bogus, Dakota Solway, and Kason Mosley really carrying the ball for the Wildcats, and we look forward to seeing more of that tonight. Play fake this time to Austin Overby, and Bogus is going to keep the ball himself. He's going to drive ahead, taking it all the way up to the 46-yard line. That's going to be about a 7-yard gain. So a 7-yard gain there's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 for the Wildcats on this opening possession. Wildcats need the 49-yard line. They need to get across midfield and get into Viking territory in order to convert the first down. Wildcats tonight all black helmets, black jerseys, black pants. The Vikings rather in black pants, white jerseys with gold numbers, and black helmets. Bogus in the shotgun. He's barking out the signals, running backs to either side. This time the handoff goes to Austin Overby over the left-hand side. Overby fighting, and he is hit and dropped right at the 49-yard line. Tackle made by number 1 Jordan Warren for the Vikings. Overby able to move the ball ahead. He needed 5. He got 3. And so it's going to bring up 4th down for the Wildcats. 4th and 2 on this opening possession of the contest. You have to think with the ball right here close to midfield, Coach Gallion is likely going to keep his offense on the field and go for it. We've not seen the Wildcats punt very much this season. And so we got 2 men split out wide to the right-hand side. Frank split out wide. Mosby in the slot. Bogus in the shotgun with Overby to his right. Handoff goes to Overby over the left-hand side. Overby with a nice stutter step, and he's going to take the ball. He's still on his feet, and he gets across the 40-yard line. He needed 2. He picked up 12, and so that's going to move the ball inside the 40-yard line. Good enough for a first down for the Wildcats. Nice gain there for Overby. He needed the 49-yard line. He got to the 39-yard line. So nice 12-yard gain. Great individual effort. Good blocking by the Wildcats up front. Springs the big gain for the Wildcats and moves them into enemy territory and keeps the chains moving. Casey Frank split out wide to the left. Handoff fake this time to Overby, and Bogus looks downfield. He had Mosley wide open, streaking down the middle of the field, but the pass falls incomplete, and so that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 10 for the Wildcats. I tell you what, for an 8th grader, Drew Bogus has got a very, very good play fake. I mean, he faked the ball. Yeah, John, you're over here running the camera, and John thought he had the ball to Overby. Instead, he's holding the ball. And right before the pressure got to him, he threw the ball downfield. He had Mosley wide open, just overshot him a little bit. We got a split wide formation now with 2 receivers split wide to either side of the formation. Bogus takes the shotgun. This time he's going to take the snap, drop straight back to throw. And the pass intended for Mosley nearly intercepted, but the ball falls incomplete. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 for the Wildcats. They're still at the 39-yard line of the Vikings. 5:36 to go here in the first quarter of action. Wildcats driving the ball on their opening possession of the contest. No score here at Waynesboro tonight. Just so far, I mean, 5 games into the season, we got to say that Drew Bogus has really developed very well as a young quarterback. His play fakes are good, and when he runs the ball, he commits to the run, and he throws the ball relatively effectively. He's throwing on time and on target, just not quite able to convert there. And now we've got a flag on the play prior to the play. Looked like several of the Wildcat players went a little early, and so that's going to be a false start penalty. It's going to move the ball back 5 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 15, as that's going to move the ball back to the 44-yard line. Wildcats need the 29 to get the first down and keep this drive alive. And now in plus side of the territory on the Viking side of the field, you have to know for pretty much beyond a shadow of a doubt that this is going to be 2-down territory. If the Wildcats not able to pick it up, they'll most certainly go for it on 4th down. Solway in motion, left to right across the formation. Overby the back, and he takes the pitch over the right-hand side. He's hit right at the line of scrimmage and dropped as he gets the ball maybe back to the 45-yard line. So that's going to be a loss of 1 for Overby on the play, and that's going to bring the ball back to the 30 to the 45-yard line. 1 yard loss there on the play, going to bring up 4th and 16. And just as we suspected, the Wildcats are definitely going to keep the offense on the field and go for it. Look for Bogus to do a play fake here, and look for Mosby over the middle of the field is what I would anticipate on this play. Barking at the signals, he's trying to draw the Vikings off sides and not able to do so. And so Wildcats take a timeout with 4:49 left to go here in the first quarter. Wildcats take their first time out of the half. We're going to take it with them, and we'll be right back with more action right here on WCHS Sports. Welcome back, Wildcat fans, here on WCHS Sports. Wildcats on the opening possession of this game tonight against Perry County. Now with 4:49 to go here in the first quarter, Wildcats face a 4th and 16. The Wildcats are at the 45-yard line. They need the 29 to convert the first down. Trips formation tight to the right-hand side of the formation with Overby in the backfield. Overby coming in motion left to right. The play fake to Overby, and now the pass for Mosley down the field, and Drew Bogus connects with Mosley. Mosley breaking tackles, and he's fighting, and he is driven out of bounds right at the 16-yard line. 30-yard completion from Bogus to Mosley on that fantastic play down the field. Bogus, fantastic play fake and great release by Mosley down the field. And this time Bogus right on the money as he hit it right on the numbers. Mosley caught the ball right at the line to gain, and then he just broke a couple tackles and kept fighting to pick up additional yardage for a nice 30-yard pass completion. And that's going to move the ball down to the 16-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10. Wildcats, Bogus under center, and he's got a power formation behind him. Sawway in motion. The handoff goes to Overby, and Overby gets a big hole right up the middle. He's going to take it in. 16-yard touchdown for Austin Overby is going to put the Wildcats on the board. It's going to be a touchdown for Overby, and the Wildcats are going to take on the opening possession. They're going to march the ball down the field for the opening score of the contest, and they take an early 6-0 lead. Now Bogus looking to the sideline to get the call for this 2-point conversion attempt as Beckett Miller comes into the game for the Wildcats. Wildcats have typically gone Wildcat formation with the direct snap to the running back on the 2-point conversion attempt. And that appears to be what we're seeing right now. Overby taking the direct snap. The snap wild, but we have a flag down as a stoppage of play prior to the snap, and it looks like this one's going to go against the Vikings. Offsides against Perry County. So that's going to move the ball down to the 1-yard line and give the Wildcats a little bit more leeway, a little bit more room to get this ball into the end zone to convert the 2-point conversion. Overby once again taking the direct snap in that Wildcat formation. He's got blockers to the right-hand side, and he's going to power it over the right. He's met right at the goal line, but he powers it in, and so the 2-point conversion is good. So with 4:34 to go here in the first quarter, Wildcats lead 8-0, and we'll be back with more action right here on WCHS Sports.
kicking off for the Cats.
Lane Moat kicking off for the Wildcats here to begin the second possession of the first half. Jordan Warren back deep to receive for the Vikings. Again, we're going to do the best we can to call these Viking names, but these numbers are incredibly difficult to read as the white jerseys with the gold numbers on them are almost impossible to see from the press box. Warden takes the opening kickoff, and he's going to break a couple of tackles. Warren's got some speed on the outside, and Warren is going to take this thing all the way down the field, and it's going to be a Viking touchdown on the kickoff return. He fielded it right around the 20-yard line. He's going to take it about 80 yards all the way to the house. And so just like that, on one play, just a kickoff return, the Vikings are going to score and bring this thing back to a 2-point game. Wildcats looked like they had a fantastic opportunity there as the ball was not fielded cleanly by Warren. The ball went over his head. He had to turn around and go back to pick it up. But when he got a hold of the ball, he broke a couple of tackles up the middle. And when he got loose in the open field, there was nobody to catch that young man as he was just streaking down the left sideline. Now the Wildcats line up defensively for the 2-point conversion. And we've got a late substitution coming in for the Wildcats. So we've got a stoppage of play. And they're going to flow the flag, and they are definitely going to call that offsides against the Wildcats. So that's going to move the ball half the distance to the goal. So just like when the Wildcats had the ball for their 2-point conversion attempt just a minute ago, the Vikings only going to have to go 1 yard to convert this 2-point attempt. Direct snap to the running back there would be, it looks like number 8, Richard Ecker, carrying the ball. And he's going to be stopped short of the line to gain. So the 2-point conversion attempt is no good. So 4:17 to go here in the first quarter. Wildcats lead 8-6. We'll be back with more action right here on WCHS Sports. We had a little technical difficulty there with the scoreboard camera. If you're still able to see the scoreboard effectively, maybe drop that in the chat. Let us know that you're seeing it well. Wildcats back deep to receive the kickoff. Number 11, Noah Franks. Number 21, Austin Overby. Kickoff along the ground is going to be fielded by one of the up men right at the 47-yard line. And so that's where the Wildcats are going to take over. Wildcats lead by a score of 8-6 here as we've had two very fast scores back-to-back. Wildcats took the opening kickoff and drove the ball down the field by about 61 yards to score the opening touchdown. Got the 2-point conversion to go up 8-0. And then the ensuing kickoff returned 80 yards by the Vikings. And so within just a matter of a couple of seconds, both teams have scored. Vikings not able to convert the 2-point conversion. So your Wildcats lead by a score of 8-6. And now the Wildcats come out for their opening possession of their second possession of the first quarter. Solway in motion from left to right across the formation. Ball gets under center. He takes the snap. He's going to hand the ball off to Overby, and Overby gets a big hole, and he's going to blow that ball right up the middle. He needs 10. He gets 11. So about an 11-yard gain there for Overby. Is going to move the ball down to the 42-yard line, and that's going to be good enough for a first down for the Wildcats. So a nice gain on 1st and 10 there for the Wildcats, and that's the second time that we've seen Overby take a handoff, and the offensive line just blowing the hole open for him to be able to run through. They're opening up the hole wide enough, John. I believe you could run through them. And so this time, Solway on the handoff. He's going to hand the ball off to Solway, and Dakoa is going to push the ball ahead. He's going to get it down to about the 40-yard line. About a 3-yard gain on the play there for Solway. Is going to move the ball down. About a 3-yard carry is going to bring up 2nd down and 7 for the Wildcats from the 40-yard line. It's Dakota's first carry of the game tonight, and he plows ahead for forward momentum. Clock running in the first quarter. We're down inside of 3.5 minutes to play. Wildcats break the huddle, come to the line of scrimmage. And the Cats are staying in that power formation. It has been very effective for them so far tonight. 2 backs behind the quarterback. Solway once again goes in motion from left to right. And the handoff fake this time to Overby. Bogus is going to keep it himself over the right-hand side. He's going to power ahead for about a 2-yard carry. And so that's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 for the Cats. Wildcats have the ball at the, see, they're marking it down about the 36-yard line. And it looks to me like they need the 32. So it's going to be 3rd down and 4 for the Wildcats after that carry. 3rd and manageable here. And now the Wildcats back in that more conventional shotgun formation, almost like a hybrid wishbone with the fullback in front. Handoff goes to Overby over the left-hand side. Overby carries the ball ahead. He's going to get down to about the 30-yard line, and that's going to be good enough for a 6-yard gain. It's going to move the sticks, and it's going to give the Wildcats a 1st down to continue to drive, keep the drive alive. So the Wildcats have the ball now at the 30-yard line going in. Clock running here in the first quarter of action. Your Waynesboro Middle School Wildcats lead the Vikings of Perry County by a score of 8-6. Cats break the huddle. They're going to come now in a split wide formation. You got 2 receivers split wide to either side of the field. Mosley in the slot on the left-hand side, and there is no coverage there. But he's going to go in motion, and the pitch to Mosley coming across the formation. Bogus pitches the ball ahead, and Mosley's going to carry the ball down. He's going to get about 11 yards on that carry, but we do have a flag on the play. Probably going to be a hold, and that appears to be the indication. So a holding call against the Wildcats is going to nullify that 11-yard gain, and instead it's going to back the Wildcats up. And it's going to bring up repeat of 1st down. It's going to be 1st and long for the Wildcats as they're going to move the ball all the way back to the 40-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 20 for the Wildcats. Very good run, good play design there. Excellent play call. You got to think, though, that the coaches up here in the booth were probably looking at that, and when they split that formation out wide, you had 2 receivers to either side of the field. Mosley was in the slot with nobody covering him, so you have to wonder if maybe the Cats will come back to that formation here later on, and instead of pitching the ball, maybe start to look for a pass down the field. Bogus in the shotgun. He's going to hand the ball to Overby over the left-hand side. Overby, stutter step. He makes a couple guys miss. He's got a man in front, and he's going to race it all the way to the end zone. Austin Overby on a 40-yard touchdown run for the Wildcats. It's going to make the score 14-6 after a fantastic run by Austin Overby. Had great blocking up front. Dakota Solway got out in front, laid a good block for him, and then it was all on Austin as he just outran the defense, taking that ball all the way to the end zone. A nice run, nice gain there, 40 yards on the touchdown. And now what do we see? The Wildcats. I didn't see the flag come out, but they motioned and they called a flag and they said illegal procedure against the Wildcats. So that's going to take that touchdown run off of the board, and it's going to move the Wildcats back 5 yards, back up to the 45. So instead of a 40-yard touchdown run by Austin Overby, we've got a 5-yard penalty, 1st and 25 now for the Wildcats. That was a really harsh penalty right there, as that's going to take, again, that takes 6 off the board, and it backs the Wildcats up into a 1st and long now. Really, really difficult situation for the Wildcats to get out of at this point. You got to wonder if maybe the Cats will go back to that same play and see if they can't break it again. Two running backs in the backfield with Bogus this time. And he's going to fake the ball to Overby. He's under pressure, but he's looking down the field. He's got Mosley wide open, and Mosley catches the ball right at the 30-yard line, and he's going to carry the ball untouched. 45-yard touchdown pass. And so now it is once again 14-6. More importantly, no flags on the field. This one is going to stand. And so now with 53 seconds left to go in the first quarter, after a 45-yard touchdown pass from Bogus to Mosley, Wildcats blow open an 8-point lead, and now they're going to line up to go for two. Wildcats come out to line up for the two-point conversion, and once again, Austin Overby going to take the direct snap for the two-point attempt. He's got blockers to the right-hand side, and that's the direction he's going to go. He's met at the goal line, and he falls in for the two-point conversion. So 53 seconds to go here in the first quarter of action. Waynesboro Middle School Wildcats lead now by a score of 16-6. We'll be back with more first quarter action right here on WCHS Sports.
Number 46, Easton.
Welcome back to WCHS Sports here. Wildcats lead 16-6. Moat with kickoff, and he's going to kick the ball away from Warren this time. This time fielded about the 35-yard line, and the ball brought back up the field by number 46. That's Easton Hensley. He's going to bring the ball back up to about the 45. Actually, back to 42 is where they're going to mark him down. And so the Vikings going to take over at the 42-yard line, trailing by 10 points. Great job on special teams there for the Wildcats. Kept the ball away from the explosive player on the other side of the field. And good coverage by the Wildcats getting down and making a sure tackle. And so now Wildcats defense out for the first time in this contest with a 10-point lead. Vikings come to the line of scrimmage. Got one running back to the right of the quarterback in the backfield. That appears to be number 3, Cooper Breeding, quarterback for the Vikings. And now we've got a stoppage of play. We got a timeout, Perry County. So Perry County's going to take their first time out of the half. We're going to take that with them. I want to let you know that this coming Thursday night, the Wildcats are going to be traveling to Zion Christian Academy in Columbia, 6:30 kickoff to play against the Eagles. This coming Friday night at 7 o'clock, the high school Wildcats will be playing host to McEwen. The kickoff for that game will be at 7 o'clock. Of course, we at WCHS Sports will be bringing you the action on both of those games. So we got a lot of football this week with a middle school game being made up tonight from last Thursday night. Then we've got Zion Thursday night, this coming Thursday. And then Friday night, the high school Wildcats against McEwen here at home. So you got a lot of opportunities to get out and watch your Wildcats play some football this week. Perry County takes their first time out of the contest. We have 42 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Wayne County Middle School leads by a score of 16-6. Vikings with their first possession of the contest. They scored on a kickoff return to open up the game. Cooper Breeding, the quarterback for the Vikings, to his right is number 10, Darion Morin, the running back, and then he's got two receivers split wide to the right, actually two to either side of the formation. He's going to bring a man in motion across the left-hand side of the formation as he barks out the signals. So now we've got trips to the left-hand side. And the handoff is going to go to Darion Morton. I want to make sure I get that name right. Morton going to carry the ball. He's more or less going to get the ball back to the line of scrimmage, and so no gain on that play. And it's going to bring up second down for the Vikings. So no gain on that first down play, second down and 10. Wildcats defense looking to bow up here and get a stop and try to get the ball back for their offense. Clock winding down here at the end of the first quarter. We'll see. I don't believe we're going to get a snap off here. And the clock goes off there. So at the end of the first quarter, your score, Waynesboro Middle School leads by a score of 16-6. And we'll be back with second quarter action right here on WCHS Sports.
Thank you very much.
Start of the second quarter, we're going to flip the field. It's second down and 10 for the Vikings from their own 42-yard line. Waynesboro Wildcats lead by a score of 16-6 at the end of the first quarter. Breeding in the shotgun with Warren to his right on the handoff, and the handoff is going to go to number 1, Jordan Warren. Warren is going to be wrapped up after a short gain. So Warren falls ahead for about a 1-yard gain. It's going to bring up third down for the Vikings. 3rd and 9 as Overby gets in there and makes a stop for the Wildcats. 3rd and long coming up for the Vikings. And again, remind you, this is the Vikings' first offensive possession of the contest. Wildcats scored on their opening possession. The Vikings responded with an 80-yard touchdown return on the kickoff, and then Wildcats had the ball pretty much for the remainder of the first quarter, scoring on both of their possessions to get started. This is only the 3rd play that the Vikings have run tonight. Backs to either side of the formation. Breeding drops back to throw. He looks and he finds Warren over the right-hand side. Warren slips the tackle, and he is going to get into the open field, and Warren is going to take that pass out of the backfield, and he's going to go 57 yards for a touchdown. But we do have a flag down on the play, and it's going to be an illegal block in the back against the Vikings. So that's going to nullify that touchdown pass. It's going to back the Vikings up. We're going to take a look and see where they're going to enforce it. It should be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. So we'll take a look and see exactly where that's going to put the ball, and then we will take a look and see what we need at this point. But that is going to take those points off the board for the Vikings, and I believe it's still going to be 3rd down for the Vikings once the penalty is enforced. I tell you, this is 2 games in a row where we've seen a player on the opposing team with a tremendous amount of speed. And so the 10-yard penalty is going to move the ball back to the 48-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd down and 5 for the the Vikings, rather. I don't know why I said Panthers. 3rd and 5 for the Vikings. And Vikings in a shotgun formation, running back to the right-hand side. Receivers split wide to either side of the field. And we got another flag there on the play as one of the receivers was in motion, did not get set prior to the snap of the ball. So I believe we're going to have an illegal motion on this play, but we're going to take a look and see as the officials are conferring with one another now. And now we do have a legal procedure called against the Vikings. So that's going to nullify the play that would have given the Vikings the first down. It's going to back the ball up 5 yards, and it's going to repeat third down. So we're right back now to where we were just a couple of minutes ago. It's third down and 9 for the Vikings as the ball moved back now to the 43-yard line. Vikings need the 49, or rather the 48. They got to get across midfield and get to the 48-yard line to convert the first down and keep this drive alive. Wildcats in a 5-3 stack formation up front. 5 down linemen, 3 linebackers with 3 men in the back end. Quarterback Breeding takes the snap. He fakes the handoff. He's looking deep down the field, and the pass completed across the 40-yard line down to the 35-yard line.
Inside of Wildcat territory.
That's gonna see. He needed 9, and he got 18. So an 18-yard pass hookup there. Not exactly sure who the receiver was on that end of the catch. Again, we're doing the best we can here, but these numbers are next to impossible to read. I believe it was number 40, Easton Lawson, but again, I'm not 100% sure about that. Either way, it's a 1st and 10 for the Vikings as the Vikings move the ball down the field. Handoff coming across the left-hand side, and the runner is going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. It's going to take the ball back to about the 36-yard line, so a loss of 1 on that play.
Made by Jordan Quaylaw.
So a 1-yard loss on that play is going to move the ball back. It's going to be 2nd down, and actually they're going to mark it right back at the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10. No gain on the play for the Vikings. Wildcats defense is going to need to stand up here and get this ball back as the clock runs here inside of 6 minutes to go in the first half of action. Wildcats lead by a score of 16-6. And you know the Wildcats want to get this ball back. They want to get a stop here defensively and maintain that lead and try to give their offense another opportunity with the ball. Remember, the Vikings won the toss, and they will start the second half with the football. Breeding fakes the handoff, and he's going to keep it himself.
Keeping the ball for the Vikings.
He's going to be dropped at the line of scrimmage by Overby. So no gain on that play. It's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Vikings here on this 3rd down play. Great play by the defense there. Just everybody on the offensive line absorbed their blocks, allowed the linebackers to get in there and make the play, and Overby got in there and made a fantastic stop, wrapped up the ball carrier and brought him down before he could loose for no gain. Now the Vikings break the huddle. They come to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback in the shotgun with a running back, Jordan Warren to his right. Morton to his right. And now we've got a stoppage of play with a flag down. Actually, we're going to get a timeout on the field. So Vikings going to take their 2nd timeout of the half. We're going to take it with them. We'll be right back here with more action on WCHS Sports. Wildcat fans, welcome back here on WCHS Sports. Wildcats lead 16-6. 4:33 to go here in the first half as the Vikings face a 3rd and long. Breeding in the shotgun with Morton to his right. He's got 2 receivers split wide to either side of the formation. Now Warren comes in motion across the formation. He waits and gets, and now we got an early movement, and that should go against. They called it against Wayne County. I mean, yes, you had motion on either side. I guess they say the Wildcats jumped and caused the motion by the offense, and so that's going to be a 5-yard penalty against the Cats. And that's going to move the ball up the field, and it's going to bring up third and manageable for the Vikings here. Ball now at the 31-yard line. Vikings need the 26 to convert and get a first down. 3rd down and 5. Perry County breaks the huddle. They come to the line of scrimmage. Same formation. 2 receivers split wide to either side of the field. Breeding in the shotgun with Morton to his right. He barks out the signals. Now he's got Warren coming in motion across the right-hand side of the formation. And again, a hard count. He gets the snap. He's got pressure in the backfield, and he gets the pass completed to Warren out over the right-hand side. He's going to move the ball down the field. Jordan Warren on the catch there. They needed 5. I believe they got 6. And so that's going to be enough to move the 6 and keep the drive alive. This Jordan Warren is so far from what we've seen in this contest early, that young man's a player. He's got some speed, especially if they get the ball to him in the open field. He's got the speed to be able to break it open. And he returned the kickoff for the touchdown. He would have had a long touchdown run had they not called it back on a holding penalty. And now Vikings 1st and 10. This time the handoff goes to Morton over the right-hand side. Morton, number 10, drives ahead, and he's going to carry the ball down. Looks like they're going to mark him down at about the 20. So that's going to be about a 6-yard gain for Morton.
Moran carrying the ball.
Going to bring up 2nd and 4 for the Vikings. Ball just inside the 20-yard line as they need the 15 to get the first down. Miller on the tackle there for the Wildcats. So Beckett stepping up and playing some good defense tonight for the Wildcats. This time the fake. Breeding looking left. He's got a receiver down the field, and he hits him in stride, and the pass completed to number 40, Jordan Lawson. That's going to be a 20-yard touchdown pass.
For 19 yards, Perry County Vikings touchdown.
So the Vikings, on a 20-yard touchdown completion from Breeding to Lawson, are going to bring it to the score now to 16-12, and now they're going to line up to go for the 2-point conversion. Handoff goes to Morton over the right-hand side on the conversion attempt. He's fighting and fighting and fighting, and now we get the signal that he is dropped short of the line. So the 2-point conversion, no good. 3:23 to go here in the first half. Your score, Waynesboro Middle School Wildcats lead 16-12. We'll be back with the remainder of first half action right here on WCHS Sports. Wildcat fans, welcome back to WCHS Sports. 3:23 to go here in the first half. Wildcats still lead by a score of 16-12, and the Wildcats have 2 timeouts remaining here with a little under 3.5 minutes to go. So Wildcat offense going to get an opportunity to try to get the ball down the field and see if they can't get a score here to end the first half. Dakota Sawway and Austin Overby back deep to receive the kickoff for the Wildcats. And we've got the signal that we're ready to play. Here comes the kickoff. And this time the kick driven deep past the deep man. Overby picks it up at the 15-yard line, and he's going to bring the ball back. He gets past a couple of defenders, and he's going to break a couple tackles. He slips through, and he's still on his feet. Overby wide open, and if he's not caught, he's going to take it all the way. He's got one man to beat, and he is tripped up from behind right down at about the 20-yard line.
All the way in The Viking Terrace.
And now we've got a player down on the far side of the field, so we've got a timeout on the field for an injured player. We're going to take that timeout with them. We'll be right back with you here on WCHS Sports. The injured Viking player able to get up and walk off the field under his own power. And so now with the ball spotted at the 16-yard line, the Wildcats have 1st and 10 deep in the enemy territory. And with 3:07 to go here in the first half, 2 timeouts remaining in their hip pocket, the Wildcats have a fantastic opportunity to punch this ball in and try to expand their lead here at the end of the first half. Fantastic kick return there by Overby. Overby fielded the ball at the 20, and he carried it back for a good 64-yard run. If he hadn't been tripped up from behind, he would have taken it all the way to the house. Power formation behind the quarterback. Ball gets under center. He's going to send Overby in motion, and this time the handoff goes to Salway right up the middle, and Salway met at the line of scrimmage. He's going to fall ahead for a short gain, and it looks like he's going to fall ahead for about a 4-yard gain, so it's going to bring up 2nd down for the Wildcats. It'll be 2nd and 6 for the Wildcats. Ball spotted now at about the 13-yard line. Wildcats need the 6 to move the sticks and get the first down. T.C. Kelly checking into the game for the Wildcats as Salway is going to get an opportunity to step off the field and get a little bit of a breather. Wildcats in the huddle. Now they break huddle and come to the line of scrimmage. And they're once again in that power formation. This formation has been very good to the Wildcats tonight. Overby and Kelly, the backs behind the quarterback. Ball gets under center. And this time Kelly's going to come in motion across the right-hand side of the formation. The handoff goes to Salway, but we got a flag on the play. And we're going to get a false start against the Wildcats. So that's now the 6th penalty of the night against the Wildcats. And they have fortunately been able to overcome, but you got to stop with those self-inflicted wounds. I believe what they saw on that, John. I'm not 100% sure, but when TC came across the formation, I believe he turned up field and went before they snapped the ball. So it was really, really close. It was not it wasn't one of those deals that from up here you could kind of see and go, yeah, that was definite movement early. But that's the only thing I could think of. I saw no other movement across the line of scrimmage. We got 2 receivers split wide to the right-hand side of the field. Ball gets in the shotgun with Kelly as the tight man on the right-hand side. Overby to his right in the backfield. He takes the handoff, and he's going to hand the ball to Overby. Overby going to fire ahead over the left-hand side, and he's going to get the ball back to the original line of scrimmage. So about a 3-yard gain for Overby is going to bring up 2nd down now and 10 for the Wildcats. Actually, 3rd and 10. I apologize. 3rd and 10 for the Wildcats. So 3rd down at the 16-yard line. The Cats need the 6 to keep this drive alive. Clock running now. We've got about a minute and 5 seconds to go here in the first half. Wildcats lead 16-12, and you know that the Cats want to convert this great field position and get this ball in the end zone here to end the half. 1 receiver split out wide to the right. We've got a man in motion with Overby in the backfield behind the quarterback. The pitch goes to Overby over the right. He's got great blocking out front, and he is met right about the 10-yard line. He's going to be brought down about the 10. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. And now we've got a timeout on the field as the Wildcats are going to take their 2nd timeout of the half. So 35 seconds to go here in the first half. Your score 16-12. Wildcats have now taken their 2nd timeout of the half. Curious to see exactly what Coach Gallion is going to do here offensively coming out of the timeout with it being 4th and 4. You got to think that there's a good opportunity here to go with a hard count, try to draw the Vikings off sides, kind of let their aggression work against them a little bit. you can get them to jump off sides, get that free 5 yards. You can move the sticks without even having to snap the football. Cats have been very explosive tonight with a couple of big plays, a 64-yard kickoff return, a 45-yard touchdown pass, a couple of big runs by Overby. It's been very explosive on the offensive side of the ball tonight. Defensively, our Cats have not played terrible football. They just had a couple of big plays that have kind of gone against them and kept the Vikings in it to where the Vikings are able to keep it close at this point. Remember that the Vikings did win the toss and they deferred their option of the second half. So the Vikings are going to have the ball to start the second half tonight. So this is very critical right now for the Wildcats to convert and try to get points here before the end of the half. 35 seconds to go in the half. Bogus breaks the huddle and he's going to bring his team to the line of scrimmage. He's got trips formation to the right-hand side. He is all alone in the backfield. And now the Vikings, having seen the formation, are going to take a timeout. So the Vikings take their third and final timeout of the half. We're going to go ahead and take that timeout with them, and we'll be back right here on WCHS Sports. Wildcat fans, welcome back to WCHS Sports. 35 seconds to go here in the first half. Wildcats lead 16-12. It's 4th down and 4 for the Cats coming out of the timeout here. Wildcats in a shotgun formation. They've got 2 receivers split wide to the right. Now Overby joins Bogus in the backfield to his left. Salway is the H-back on the right-hand side. Hard count, and the handoff is going to be faked to Overby. Bogus is going to keep it himself over the right-hand side. He's going to fall ahead. He's definitely going to have enough for the first down, and he's going to move the ball down in. It's going to be a touchdown run. So a 10-yard touchdown run by Drew Bogus is going to open up the lead a little bit more. It's going to be 22-12 Wildcat lead, and now the Wildcats lining up to go for 2 to see if they can't double up the Vikings score here at the end of the first half. That was a fantastic run by Bogus. He faked the handoff to Overby, kept it himself, had great blocking in front, had a couple of guys miss tackles, and he was just able to power ahead and drop it right into the end zone for the touchdown here. Great blocking, great running, good execution by the Cats all the way across the board. Now we've got that power formation again on the 2-point conversion attempt. Bogus under center. And now we're trying to get, I'm not sure what we're doing. We're trying to get lined up here, and looks like a little confusion. Salway coming across the formation in motion, and the handoff goes to Overby right up the middle. Overby untouched for his third 2-point conversion. So now with 27 seconds left to go here in the contest, in the half rather, Vikings 12, Waynesboro Middle School Wildcats 24. We'll be back with more first half action. Wildcat fans, welcome back. We got 27 seconds left to go here in the first half. Wildcats lead has blown open to 24-12 Vikings have no timeouts left here, and so Moat to kick off to the Vikings. Back deep, Jordan Warren and Easton Lawson back deep to receive for the Vikings. And we've got a little squibber right along the ground. The ball touched by the Vikings and recovered by the Wildcats. So it's going to be Wildcat football as Mosley falls on top of the ball right at the 48-yard line. So Wildcats have the ball now with 25 seconds, and we've got a timeout in our pocket to be able to operate with here. So Wildcats kind of caught them sleeping there a little bit. Dribbled the ball right across the line there. Touched by a Viking defender, a receiver, but not able to be controlled. And once it was touched, it's fair game. Mosley fell on top of it. Evan Darnell fell on top of Mosley just to make sure that he was down and nobody was able to get in there and take it from him. And now the Wildcats have an opportunity to try to expand this lead. Bogus in a shotgun formation. He's got two receivers split wide to either side of the formation. Franks comes in motion from left to right. Bogus drops back. He's got good protection. He's got a ball launching down the field for Mosley, and he connects. Mosley has the ball down to about the 16-yard line. What a big play right there. That's a 30-yard completion from Bogus to Mosley. They stopped the clock to set the chains, and now Bogus is going to take this out. Probably going to clock it here, and that's exactly what he does. 1st and 10, and he's going to clock the ball. Big play there on 1st down. Nice 30-yard pass completion to move the ball down the field. I'm kind of at a loss for words. I mean, how do you defensively let somebody get open behind you that far? He was wide open, nobody on top of him. And so now, after the incomplete pass to stop the clock, Wildcats still have a timeout, and they're in business here down inside the 20-yard line, 2nd down and 10. We've only got 11 seconds left to go here, so whatever they're going to do, they're going to have to move quickly and with purpose. But the way Bogus is throwing the ball effectively tonight, he's throwing on time and on target. They can keep going here. Two receivers split wide to either side of the formation. Bogus fakes the hand. No, he doesn't fake the handoff. He gives the ball to Overby over the right-hand side. Overby falls ahead to about the 15-yard line, and we've got a flag down. I believe it's going to be a face mask penalty against the Vikings. Let's take a look and see what the call is going to be here. And that is the call. So face mask penalty against the Vikings. That's going to move the ball about half the distance down inside the 10-yard line. And it's going to set the Wildcats up. We've only got 6 seconds left to go here in the first half. I believe the Wildcats are going to go ahead and take their 3rd and final timeout here. Maybe. They shouldn't have to because the clock does stop on the penalty. But now the Wildcats are going to take their timeout. So ball spotted at the 7-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal. It is 1st and goal right at the 7-yard line. And the Wildcats going to take that 3rd and final timeout. We're going to take that timeout with them. We'll be right back on WCHS Sports. Welcome back, Wildcat fans. Here's the situation. We've got 6 seconds left to go here in the first half. We've got no timeouts remaining on either side. Wildcats ball, 1st and goal at the 7-yard line after a face mask penalty against the Vikings. Bogus in the shotgun. He takes the snap. He's going to drop back to throw. He's looking right, and he just misses the receiver. 3 seconds come off the clock off that incomplete pass, and that's going to give the Wildcats time for one more play. here to end the half. So Wildcats are either going to score here or we're going to end the half here with a 24-12 lead. Wildcats huddle up here. Vikings playing defense on the other side of the field. That you got to think that the Vikings defense is probably a little shell shocked right here. They just gave up the score. We're thinking they were going to get the ball back, and then the Wildcats get the ball back on the squib onside kick attempt. And now, after a big pass play of 30 yards down the field and a face mask penalty against the Vikings, Wildcats are in business. And here, with 3 seconds left, the entire playbook is open. You can throw the ball, you can run the ball, either one. Bogus is going to throw. He drops back, rolls right, under a little bit of pressure, and he just overthrows the receiver. So, at the end of the first half, your score, Waynesboro Middle School Wildcats 24, Perry County Vikings 12. We'll be back with first half stats right here on WCHS Sports.
Sorry.
I can't play the cheerleaders dancing music for copyright reasons, but I was able to show them. But that halftime show was brought to you by American Forest Management. They're our halftime sponsors, and the band is not playing tonight, but we did get the cheerleaders in there, so we're going back to our regular sponsors, and we appreciate it.
Welcome back to WCHS Sports. We got first half stats here for you as the Wildcats lead the Perry County Vikings by a score of 24-12. Leading the way for the Wildcats in the first half, number 21 Austin Overby carried the ball 8 times for 56 yards and a touchdown on the ground. He also scored 3 two-point conversions, and he had a very big 64-yard kickoff return there in the second quarter to set up a score for the Wildcats. Drew Bogus carried the ball 3 times for 20 yards and a touchdown on the ground. He was also 3 for 8 passing for 105 in the first half with a touchdown pass. All 3 of those pass completions to Kason Mosley. Mosley with 3 catches for 105 and a touchdown. He carried the ball 1 time for a 2-yard loss, and then Dakota Solway has carried the ball 2 times for 7 yards. For the Vikings, quarterback Breeding is carried the ball 1 time for no gain, but he is perfect passing, 3 for 3 for 44 yards with a passing touchdown. 2 of those completions went to number 40, Easton Lawson. Lawson with 2 catches for 38 yards and a touchdown. The other catch brought in by number 1, Jordan Warren. Warren also has carried the ball 1 time for 1 yard, and he had an 80-yard touchdown return on the first kickoff return of the game. So your score here at halftime, Wayne County Wildcats 24, Perry County Vikings 12. We'll be back with second half action right here on WCHS Sports.
The Cats back to receive for the Vikings, number 1, Jordan Warren. Number 46.
All right, welcome back, WCHS fans. We're ready to start the second half. Moat to kick off for the Wildcats with a 24-12 lead. Morton and Lawson back deep to receive for the Vikings. And we got an onside kick attempt here, and the ball is touched, but it is going to be touched. Probably, I see a flag. It looks to me like the Wildcats touched the ball early. Did it go the full 10 yards before they touched it? And there is a flag on the field. So we're going to have illegal touching by the Wildcats, as the ball was not touched by a Viking, nor did it go the full 10 yards before the Wildcats touched it. So with the Wildcat touching the ball at the 48-yard line, it's going to be Vikings football, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Wildcats lead by a score of 24-12 here to begin second half of action. Vikings break the huddle, come to the line of scrimmage. Once again, we're doing the best we can to try to keep up with the Vikings players on the field, as these numbers are next to impossible to see. Looks like Morton is taking the direct snap, and he's going to carry the ball over the right-hand side of the formation. He gets around, and he's going to be driven out of bounds after about a 13-yard gain. So that's going to move the ball deeper into Wildcat territory. They needed 10. They got 13 on that first down play, and that's going to move the ball down to the 36-yard line, where it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Vikings passed the ball primarily in the first half. Of course, they really only possessed the ball one time, scoring on a kickoff return, and then their first possession of the game, they ran the ball 4 times and then 3 passes down the field to move it in and score. And now Breeding Breeding is not back in the game for the Vikings, I don't believe. Yes, he is. And he's going to hand the ball off to Lawson this time. Lawson carries the ball over the right-hand side. He's going to fall ahead for about a 1-yard gain. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 9 for the Vikings. The stop made there by a host of Wildcats. Looks like number 45, Beckett Miller, on the play, as well as number 67, Lane Moat, making the stop there for the Wildcats. So 2nd and 9 for the Vikings here in the third quarter of action, the first possession of the second half. Vikings come to the line of scrimmage. Breeding is in the pistol formation with runners in front of him. He's got a running back to his right, 2 tight on the left-hand side. He's going to play fake, and this time the pass intercepted by Drew Bogus. Bogus catches the ball in the open field. He breaks a tackle. He's got 2 men to beat, and he's got a blocker, and he's going to be driven out of bounds at the 32-yard line. What a fantastic play by Drew Bogus. Bogus just read the quarterback's eyes. A little pressure in the quarterback. He was hit as he threw, and Bogus stepped right in front of the pass for the Wildcats and made the interception, brought it back into Viking territory. And so now the Wildcats going to take over, 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. What a fantastic play there by Drew Bogus. Good defense all the way around. They got great pressure on the quarterback, and Drew just read his eyes and got in position and made the interception. And so the Wildcats, with a 24-12 lead, take over on their first possession here of the second half, and they are in business in Viking territory on the enemy end of the field. Wildcats break the huddle, come to the line of scrimmage. We got 2 receivers out to the right-hand side with a power formation behind the quarterback who's under center. Barks out the signals. He's going to fake the ball to Overby, and Bogus is going to keep it himself. He's going to drop the ball down to about the 25-yard line. That's about a 7-yard gain. So we're going to bring up 2nd down and 3 for the Cats with the ball now at the 25-yard line.
Rosen on the tackle.
That's a great play design there by the Wildcats, as Bogus fakes the ball to Overby, and Overby just gets out in front and becomes a lead blocker. And Bogus able to get right in behind him. He picks up that additional blocker, and then he's got that man in front of him. So now we've got 2 receivers trips left as Mosley comes back across the formation with Overby in the backfield with Bogus. The handoff is going to go to Overby over the left-hand side, and Overby slips through. He is hit and driven, and he is still fighting, but he's going to get the ball down to about the 20-yard line. He's actually going to get inside the 20, so about a 6-yard gain for Overby is going to move the ball inside the red zone, and it's going to move the sticks. So the Wildcats are going to have a first down inside the 20-yard line. Looks like they're going to mark it down at about the 18-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at the 18. Wildcats coming to the line of scrimmage. We've got a receiver split out wide to the right-hand side. Mosley in the slide, and Solway comes in motion across the formation. The handoff to Overby. Overby powers up the middle. He breaks a tackle, and he's going to fall forward down to about the 15-yard line. So 3, maybe a 4-yard gain for Overby is going to move the ball down inside. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 6 for the Wildcats as Breedy makes the tackle on the play. They're actually going to give him credit for a 5-yard gain there. So a nice little 5-yard carry for Overby is going to bring up 2nd down and 5. Wildcats have the ball at the 13. They need the 8 to move the sticks and get the first down. Power formation behind the quarterback under center. This time the handoff goes to Solway. Solway up the middle, breaks to the left-hand side. He's going to get inside the 5-yard line as he's going to carry the ball down for about an 8-yard gain for Solway. That's going to move the sticks, and it's going to bring up 1st and goal for the Wildcats.
Game good enough for the Waynesboro Middle School Wildcat first down.
So 1st and goal for the Wildcats as they've got the ball marked right about the 5-yard line, 5 yards away from pay dirt as the Wildcats look to expand their lead and really blow this game open. We're clock winding down. We're going to be right about 4 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter at the snap of the football. And so the Wildcats looking to blow open this game and really take a commanding lead. Power formation once again behind Bogus under center. Bogus going to keep it all the way on a quarterback sneak, and he's going to plow ahead and fight ahead. And he's going to be marked just short of the line, about a 4-yard gain for Bogus. He gets it down to about the 1-yard line, and it's going to be 2nd and goal for the Wildcats right there at the 1. That quarterback sneak is a effective play on short yardage situation, but Bogus, being as big and tall as he is, just falls ahead, and he's not picking up just a yard or 2. He's plowing ahead for 3 or 4 when he gets open in that field. And so now Overby goes in motion to the left-hand side, leaving Solway behind the quarterback, and we've got a flag on the play. Looks like we're going to have some offsides against the Vikings. So the Vikings trying to jump ahead. They tried to get in there, and instead it's going to move the ball about half the distance to the goal line. It's going to move the ball inside the 1, as that's going to move the ball maybe about a foot, and it's going to move the Wildcats a little closer. Clock running now with 3:05 to go here. We're going to be inside of 3 minutes when the ball is snapped. And you only need about a foot and a half to get in the end zone. You got to think a quarterback sneak would be in play right here. Bogus under center with a power formation behind him. He's going to keep it himself over the right-hand side, and he's going to walk in untouched for a 1-yard touchdown run by Drew Bogus. So Bogus with a touchdown. That's going to blow this game open as the Wildcats now lead by a count of 30-12. And now the Wildcats line up to go for the 2-point conversion attempt. Wildcats huddled up here. They break the huddle, come to the line of scrimmage. Bogus is going to go under center this time. Usually the Wildcats kind of show that Wildcat formation on these 2-point conversion attempts, but they're staying in that power formation on this play. Overby goes in motion, leaving Solway as the lone setback behind the quarterback, and the pitch is going to go to Solway over the left-hand side. He's going to walk in untouched. So with 2:49 to go here in the third quarter, your score, Waynesboro Middle School Wildcats 32, Perry County Vikings 12. We'll be back with more third quarter action.
The Vikings 12.
Welcome back, Wildcat fans. 2:49 to go here in the third quarter of action. Wildcats have just blown open a 20-point lead, 32-12, after an interception by Drew Bogus. The Wildcats marched the ball down the field, capped off by a 1-yard touchdown run by Bogus, and now another onside kick attempt. The ball does go over 10 yards this time, but it goes out of bounds before the Wildcats are able to touch the football. So that is going to be an illegal procedure penalty against the Wildcats, and that's going to give the Vikings possession of the football as they're going to move the ball, it looks like, right to the, let's see where they're going to mark it here. They're going to mark it at the Wildcat 46-yard line, and that's where the Vikings are going to take over. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at the Wildcat 46-yard line. You know, some would wonder at this point in time, why are we kicking short with a 20-point lead? But you know, it's been our best. It's been great. I mean, the first kickoff that we kicked deep, they brought it back for an 80-yard touchdown run, and Wildcats have been able to get the ball back. Defense is playing stout, and so you know, why not try to steal another possession or two here to try to put this game away? Warren takes a direct snap in the backfield. He's going to break it over the right-hand side. He's going to get to the outside, and he's going to be driven out of bounds right around the 40-yard line. So about a 6 or 7 yard gain for Warden. Going to bring up 2nd and 3 for the Vikings as they move the ball inside the 40 down to about the 38-yard line. So an 8-yard gain.
I remind you that this Thursday night, the Waynesboro Middle School Cats
Going to bring up 2nd down and short.
to Zion Christian Academy to play the Eagle. On Friday night, the Wayne County High School Cats will be hosting
Wildcats
MacLeod.
defense is going to be looking to try to contain number 1, Jordan Warren. If he gets loose in the open field, he's got a lot of speed. And so Warren looks like he's going to take the direct. Actually, no, this time the direct snap's going to go to Darion Morton. Morton over the left-hand side. He's fighting and powering ahead. He's going to get the ball across the 35 down to the 34-yard line. It's going to be about a 4-yard gain, and that's going to be good enough to move the sticks and bring the ball down into the down to about the 33-yard line. So a 4-yard carry there for Morton. Going to move the sticks and bring up a first down for the Vikings. First and 10 for the Vikings now with the ball around the 33-yard line. Morton once again taking the direct snap behind the center. He's going to hand the ball back inside to Lawson. Lawson over the right-hand side. He's bottled up by several Wildcat defenders, and he's going to be dropped for no gain on the play. Wildcats wrap him up and drop him right there at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10 for the Vikings. Isaiah Martin leading the way for the Wildcats. We're inside of 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter of action. Your score, Waynesboro Middle School Wildcats 32, Perry County Vikings 12. We got a 20-point game here, and Now it looks like quarterback Cooper Breeding is coming back into the game for the Vikings. He threw the ball very effectively in the first half, was 3 for 3 in the first half for 44 yards and a touchdown before coughing it up on an interception here to start the third quarter. He's in the shotgun now with the running back to his right. Now the motion man going to bring trips to the left-hand side. He's going to snap the ball. He's going to drop back and roll left. He's looking to throw. A little pressure in the backfield, and he hooks up to Warren. Warren hit and dropped right about the 31-yard line. So a short gain there on the play as that pass is going to be good for about 3 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7 for the Vikings. Wildcat defense has an opportunity here to get a stop and try to get the ball back. But deep in Wildcat territory, trailing by 20, you got to think this is 2-down territory for the Vikings. So Perry County looking likely to have 2 cracks to get the 7 yards they need to move to 6 and get the first down. Clock winding down inside of 30 seconds to go. We got about 10 seconds left on the clock at the snap of this ball, likely to be the last play of the third quarter. And we got motion, and we've got an illegal motion as the flags come in and blow dead. So we're going to get a false start against the Vikings. That's going to back the Vikings up 5 yards.
Offside. Vikings.
He signaled false start, illegal procedure penalty. And they're going to wind the clock once again. Clock going to wind down. I don't believe we're going to get a snap off. So that's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter. Your score, Waynesboro Middle School Wildcats 32, Perry County Vikings 12. And we'll be back with fourth quarter action right here on WCHS Sports. Wildcat fans, welcome back here to WCHS Sports. At the start of the fourth quarter, Waynesboro Middle School Wildcats lead by a score of 32-12. Coming out of the timeout there to flip the field on the fourth quarter. It's 3rd down and 12 for the Vikings. Ball spotted at the 42-yard line. Vikings need the 20. Looks like they need the 23 to get a first down. Reverse play as the pitch goes back to Warren coming across the formation. Warren has the ball in the open field. He's going to drive the ball back to the original line of scrimmage. So no gain for Warren as Overby gets in there and breaks up the play, preventing Warren from getting loose in the open field. That's an awful lot of running to get no gain. But they pitched the ball to the left-hand side, had Warren coming back across the right-hand side of the formation, slipped the ball to him, and Warren was trying to get open in the open field, not able to do so. So no gain on that play. It's going to bring up 4th and long for the Vikings. Breeding coming back into the game for the Vikings at the quarterback position. Obvious passing situation here. So Wildcat defense needs to be alert and cover deep down the field. You can give up the short completion in front of you so long as you make the tackle and bring them down before they get loose. We got 2 receivers split wide to either side of the field, man in motion. And the quarterback rolling left. He's immediately pressured in the backfield. The ball thrown up, and it is incomplete. Great pressure in the backfield by Gavin Darnell. who got right in the quarterback's face and hit him right as he threw the ball. The ball falls incomplete, and that's going to turn the ball over on downs as the Wildcats are going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line. They probably could have. I think he had just enough of the front of the pads that he wasn't bringing him down from behind. Darnell got in there, made a fantastic play defensively for the Wildcats. Very fortunate not to get called on a personal foul there. And so the Wildcats are going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line. Bogus in the shotgun with running backs to either side. He fakes the ball to Overby, and he's throwing the ball down the field. He's got Dakota Solway wide open, and Solway streaking down the field. He's going to get the ball down close to the 30-yard line. A nice 32-yard pitch and catch there from Bogus to Solway. Moves the ball into into Viking territory, and that's going to give the Wildcats a first down here in the 4th quarter of action as the clock runs down to 6.5 minutes to go. Wildcats get a score here. That's pretty well going to seal this game, as it's going to make it a 4-possession game here inside of 6 minutes. But yeah, I want to remind you that there is no JV action tonight. The next action we'll be bringing to you will be this coming Thursday night, as your middle school Wildcats will be traveling. We'll be heading to Columbia for a game at Zion Christian Academy. The kickoff on that will be at 6:30. We got power formation behind the quarterback. The handoff this time to Overby, right at the middle, and Overby blows open. He's got a hole, and he's going to take it virtually untouched all the way to the end zone for a 31-yard touchdown run. And so the Wildcats have expanded their lead. It's now 38-12, and now the Wildcats going to line up to go for 2. With about, we're inside of 6 minutes, 5:55 to go here in the contest. Wildcats get this 2-point conversion. Oh, no, they're going to kick it. I've never seen this in a middle school football game. I don't believe I've ever seen a middle school team kick the extra point, but we have an extra point attempt. Lane Moat, the kicker. Bogus takes the snap. He's got a good kick, good hold. The kick, no good. So the kick sails wide left. So the extra point attempt is no good. 5:55 to go here in the 4th quarter. Wildcats lead by a count of 38-12. We'll be back with more 4th quarter action right here on WCHS Sports.
Both kicking off for the Cats. Back to receive number 1-1.
Welcome back, Wildcat fans, here on WCHS Sports. Lane Moat, the kickoff for the Wildcats. Back deep to receive for the Vikings. Number 1, Jordan Warren, and number 10, Darion Morton. Wildcats lead by a score of 38-12. And we do have a high, deep kick this time, fielded by Morton on the run. And he's going to take the ball right at the middle. Breaks a couple of tackles, and now Morton is going to take the ball all the way back for a Viking touchdown. That was quick. Didn't take long as Morton fielded the ball right around the 35-yard line, and he went 65 yards for a Viking touchdown. And so now with just 10 seconds coming off the clock, 5:43 to go here in the contest. Your score 38-18. Yeah. I mean, you got Perry County's got two guys that they can put back there deep. That if they get a head of steam behind them, they can run and what we've seen tonight. Morton is definitely the more physical of the two running the football, and he did break a couple of tackles. He just took it right up the middle. We saw Warren in the first quarter on the explosive run where he just outran everybody. Morton broke a couple of tackles, and then he was wide open, nobody catching him. Warren on the 2-point conversion attempt is going to be no good. So 5:32 to go here in the contest. 38-18 your score, and we'll be back with more fourth quarter action. Welcome back, Wildcat fans. 5:32 to go here in the contest. Wayne County leads by a score of 38-18. That is two times tonight that the Vikings have burned the Wildcats on a big-time kick return. Now you got to expect that the Vikings probably going to line up and try an onside kick here, trailing by 20 with 5.5 to play. And now we've got a penalty here, blowing the whistle dead, and it looks like they're going to. We're going to say offsides against the Wildcats. So that's going to move the ball 5 yards up to the 45-yard line, and the Cats going to be moved back. You got to think the Vikings still probably going to line up for an onside kick here. The Wildcats have their hands team up front with Self, Bogus, and Mosley right in the middle of the field. So we need to control this kick and try to recover the ball. Don't do anything crazy. And Mosley falls on the ball right at the 45-yard line. So that is going to maintain possession for the Wildcats. 5:31 to go here in the contest. Wildcats with a 20-point lead. Wildcat football here, 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Bogus goes into the huddle with his team. And at this point in time, we expect a steady diet of Mosley and Overby carrying the ball. This is that point in time in the football game. You got a 20-point lead. You just want to keep running the ball effectively, try to run as much time off the clock as you can, keep moving the sticks, and maintain possession. The handoff goes to Solway up the middle. Solway fighting. He's going to fall ahead for a very, very minimal gain. About a 1-yard gain on the carry. It's going to bring up 2nd and long for the Wildcats. Now some substitutions going into the game for the Cats. And the Wildcats in no hurry here. They're just waiting to get the signal from the sideline. Bogus goes back into the huddle with his team. Overby has come to the sideline now for the Wildcats, so we'll keep an eye and see who's in the backfield. Looks like the running backs with Bogus in the backfield are Mosley and Kelly. With him on either side. He takes the snap. He fakes the ball he gives the ball to Kelly. So T.C. Kelly with the carry, he's going to get the ball down to about the 40, right at the 50-yard line. So a 4-yard carry for Kelly. Going to move the ball to midfield. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 5. Wildcats need the 45 to move the sticks and get the first down. We got a timeout on the field as the Vikings are going to take a timeout. We're going to take that timeout with them, and we'll be right back with more action right here on WCHS Sports. Welcome back, Wildcat fans. 3rd and 5 for the Cats. Bogus in the shotgun. He hands the ball. No, he fakes to Mosley. He keeps it himself. This time he's going to pitch the ball back to Overby. Overby fighting, and he's going to get the ball down to the 45-yard line. 5-yard carry, good enough to move the sticks, and that's going to keep the drive alive on the option run there. He needed 5 yards. He got 5 yards, and that's going to move the sticks. And now the clock running. We're going to be inside of 4 minutes when we take this next step. Wildcats lead by 20. The score is 38-18. Vikings took their first time out there. You know, they're just trying to get the ball back and try to maintain as much time as they could. And now we've got a couple of substitutions coming in for the Cats as Overby and Solway come to the sideline. Number 15, Jace Martin, in for the Cats, is going to take the place of Solway. Kelly and Mosley, the running backs to either side of Bogus in the backfield. Bogus in the shotgun, takes the snap. He's going to hand the ball off to Kelly over the left-hand side, and Kelly is going to fall ahead for a short gain. Bring up 2nd down for the Wildcats. More importantly, the clock runs inside of 3.5 minutes, and it looks like the Wildcats are going to be able to get out of here with a win tonight. After a short gain, it's going to be 2nd down and 9, but more importantly, the clock continues to run, and with a 20-point lead, that's more important than the yardage we're getting. So now Bogus coming out of the game, Solway coming back in at the quarterback position. So now we're going to get an opportunity here with the lead here late in the game for some younger players to get in and get some snaps. Solway at quarterback, we got a false start penalty against the Wildcats. I'm not sure where the movement was. I'm looking. I didn't see any motion myself, but we're going to say Wildcats illegal procedure, false start penalty. That's going to move the ball back 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd down and 14 for the Wildcats. Ball at the 49. The Cats need the 35-yard line to move the 6. Inside of 3 minutes to play with the clock running. 20-point lead for the Cats. Vikings have taken 1 timeout here in the second half. Cats have all 3 of their timeouts remaining, but you got to think that they're not going to want to stop the clock here at this point. Cats come to the line of scrimmage. Franks split out wide to the left. Solway barking out signals. He takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself. That snap, he was doing good just to be able to maintain and control it. And he gets the ball across back to the original line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And so that's going to bring up 3rd down and 14 for the Cats. Clock continuing to run. We're inside of 2 minutes to go here in the contest. Wildcats with a 20-point lead. Remind you that this coming Thursday night, your middle school Wildcats will be on the road. We're going to be traveling up to Columbia, Tennessee to take on the Zion Christian Academy Eagles. That game will begin at 6:30 Thursday evening. And then Friday night, the high school Wildcats will be at home against McEwen. WCHS Sports at 7 o'clock is going to be bringing you all that action. 6:30 on Thursday night for the middle school game and 7 o'clock on Friday for the high school game. Solway keeps the ball, and he falls ahead for about a 4-yard gain. Gets the ball back to the 45-yard line. So that's going to bring up 4th down as the Vikings are going to take their second timeout of the half. We're going to take that timeout with them with 1:22 to go here in the contest. We'll be back with more 4th quarter action here on WCHS Sports. Wildcat fans, welcome back to WCHS Sports. We've got 122 to go here in the contest. The Waynesboro Middle School Wildcats lead by a score of 38-18. It's 4th and long for the Wildcats. Cats need to get the ball to the 35-yard line to extend this drive. Ball gets back in under center. Overby comes in motion across the left-hand side of the formation. And the pitch goes to Salway out of the backfield. Salway carries the ball up, and he's going to drop the ball, puts the ball on the ground, and the ball is going to be recovered by the Vikings. Number 18, Harden on the Garten on the recovery for the Vikings. And so that is going to turn the ball over with 1:16 to go here in the game. And so the Vikings are going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line, trailing by 20. This is one of those opportunities where the Cats defense is going to get in a little opportunity to practice. But the Vikings have one timeout remaining, and we got 1:16 left to go here in the game. So even if they broke open for a big run here, likelihood is that the Wildcats are going to get out of here with a win tonight. Vikings come to the line of scrimmage. Looks like we got a new quarterback in. That's Morton takes the direct snap for the Vikings. He's going to break it over the left-hand side, cuts it back to the right. He's got a big head of steam, and he is going to be brought down at about the 25-yard line by Dakota Salway, but we got a flag on the play back near the line of scrimmage. And we've got a holding penalty against Perry County. So that holding penalty is going to move the ball back 10 yards. It's going to nullify that big gain, and it's going to move the ball back to about the 37-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 20 for the Vikings. So a big play there for Perry County, nullified by the holding penalty. And it's going to bring up 1st and long for the Perry County Vikings. Got some substitutions now checking in for the Wildcats. Again, no JV game tonight following this contest. And so Coach got an opportunity to get some of his younger players here in at the end of the game to get some live snaps in this contest. Breeding back in at quarterback. He's going to bring the man in motion across the formation, barking out the signals. Now we've got trips to the left-hand side. As Breeding barks out the signals, he's going to take the snap. He's dropping back and rolling left. He's got Darnell in his face. He slips the tackle, and then he's hit immediately by 3 or 4 more Wildcats, and it looks like he did get the ball off. Was there a receiver in the area? I see Morton there in the area where he threw the ball, so it looks like they're going to mark that as an incomplete pass, and so that's going to bring up 2nd down for the Vikings. 2nd down and 20, ball at the 37-yard line. Great play there by Gavin Darnell as he got penetration, got right in the quarterback's face pretty much as soon as he got the ball, and he started to roll left. He had a defender right in his face, and even though he was able to slip that tackle, 3 more black jerseys on top of him, forcing the incomplete pass. Brady barks out the signals. He's going to take the snap. He fakes it. He's rolling left. He looks up the field, and he is going to hook up with Lawson. That's going to be about a 17-yard pitch and catch as they're going to move the ball down to the 46-yard line. And now Perry County is going to take their 3rd and final timeout of the game. We're going to take that timeout with them, and we'll be back right here on WCHS Sports. Wildcat fans, welcome back to WCHS Sports. We've got 21 seconds up to go here in the contest. It's third down and short for Perry County. The ball at the 47-yard line. They need the 44 to get the first down. So 3rd and 3 for the Vikings here. Vikings out of timeouts. They trail by 20. They did put 3 seconds back on the clock, so 24 seconds to go here in the game. The snap directly to the ball carrier, who's going to bring it over the right-hand side. He's got a couple of blockers out in front, and he's going to power ahead. He's going to get the first down, and he's going to be ridden out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. They're going to mark it down inside the 40, down to about the 38. That ball carried by number 46, Easton Hensley. Hensley was able to get behind a convoy of blockers, and he moved ahead. He needed 3, and he got 6. So the ball now at the 39-yard line, and the play going out of bounds stops the clock with 17 seconds. It's first down for the the Vikings, rather. Not sure exactly what's going on. We don't have any timeouts left for the Vikings, and so the clock stops on the out-of-bounds play. Hensley now in at quarterback for the Vikings. He's barking out the signals, and he's going to take the direct snap. The snap high, but he's able to control it. He gets in trouble over the left-hand side. He cuts back to the right, and he's going to be brought down by Gavin Darnell right around the 39-yard line. No gain on the play. That's going to bring up second down. But more importantly, that's going to keep the clock running, and the time is going to expire. Tonight, your final score, Waynesboro Middle School Wildcats 38, Perry County Vikings 18. We'll be back with final stats right here for you on WCHS Sports.
The Middle School Cats, the Zion Christian Academy.
Welcome back to WCHS Sports. We got your final stats from tonight's game where your Waynesboro Middle School Wildcats come out victorious by a final score of 38-18 against the Perry County Vikings. Leading the way for the Wildcats tonight, Austin Overby, our player of the game. He had carried the ball 12 times for 103 yards with a touchdown on the ground, 3 two-point conversions completed. Drew Boggess carried the ball 6 times for 32 yards with a touchdown on the ground. He was also 4 of 9 passing for 137 yards in the air with a touchdown. He also had an interception defensively for the Wildcats. Dakota Solway carried the ball 6 times for 20 yards. He had a 32-yard catch and a 2-point conversion as well. Kason Mosley carried the ball 1 time for -2 yards, but he had 3 catches on the night for 105 yards with the touchdown. And T.C. Kelly carried the ball 2 times for 5 yards for the Cats. On the Vikings side of the football, Cooper Breeding, the quarterback, carried the ball 1 time for no gain, but he was 5 for 8 passing, 64 yards to the air with a touchdown and an interception. Darion Morton carried the ball 4 times for 28 yards. He also had a 65-yard touchdown return for a touchdown. Jordan Warren carried the ball 3 times for 11 yards. He also had an 80-yard touchdown return for the Vikings. Easton Lawson carried the ball 2 times for 1 yard. He had 3 catches for 55 yards and a touchdown. And then number 46, Hensley, carried the ball 2 times for 3 yards tonight. Final score, Waynesboro Middle School Wildcats 38. Perry County Vikings 18. We'll be back in action this coming Thursday night. Remind you that at 6:30 we'll be bringing you that action from Zion Christian Academy in Columbia, Tennessee, where the Wildcats are going to be traveling to Columbia for a road game against Zion Christian Academy. 6:30 Thursday night. We'll bring you that action right here on WCHS Sports. Friday night, your high school Wildcats will be in action here at home, playing host to McEwen. That kickoff will be at 7 o'clock. We'll bring you that action as well. We look forward to seeing you here for some great football action the rest of the week. For all of us here at WCHS Sports, I want to thank you for joining us tonight. Waynesboro Middle School Wildcats victorious 38-18. We'll see you Thursday night at Zion Christian Academy.